Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Hall, and this is your New Year Angel Reading and Cosmic Energy Forecast for 2021. 2020 brought so many big shifts, and 2021 has more transformation in store as we all journey together deeper into our collective spiritual awakening. Awakening to the consciousness of love is our collective human destiny. And we are alive during one of the most exciting times of the great journey into that destiny. So stay tuned because you won't want to miss the guidance that the angels have in store for you. So first off, let's take a moment for an homage to all that the year 2020 brought to us. 2020 was all about building a new foundation. Both destructive and creative energies came forward as life guided us to look deeper at old values that were no longer serving us. It was a year of collective shadow work. Many of us were pushed out of our comfort zones as we looked deep within ourselves and our societies to face the important work of cleaning up the dysfunctional so that new vision and new values could begin to take seed. 2020 was an important chapter for the new consciousness because it gave us a big, powerful catalyst for identifying and clearing blockages, shining light on our past blind spots, realizing how connected we all are at a global level, and setting the stage to reprioritize the well-being of the many rather than the few. With that said, there's still a lot of work to do. There's still so much important transformation ahead of us at a spiritual level, and at every other level of being too. Overall, the decade of the 20s that we're in now is one of major shifts. This is a decade for building a better earthly home and support system for the consciousness of love for all. Though it may take us time and patience, each baby step that we take towards installing love and compassion as our highest ruling value is well worth it. You were literally born for this time. Your soul chose to incarnate now because you have the gifts, the power, the intelligence, the vision, and most importantly, the passion to be a part of guiding this shift. The angels wish to remind us that if we are to co-create something beautiful and loving for the world in our lifetime, it's up to us. It's up to the free will choices that we make and both the inner and the outer work that we choose to do. So with that said, let's take a look at what new energies are emerging for our next big stepping stone, the year 2021. First, let's talk about the overall energy of 2021. In terms of numerology, 2021 is considered a 5 universal year. A 5-year feels like crossing a bridge between the possibilities that life has to offer. We're transitioning from one energy into the next, and will likely experience lots of big changes as we do so. Times of transitioning and bridge crossing can sometimes feel a bit unstable. Imagine crossing a rope bridge that stretches over a deep ravine. Each step is important for creating balance and minimizing the unstable wobble of the bridge. As you cross the bridge, you must pull on your sense of courage, adventure, and willingness to push outside the bounds of your comfort zone. After all, you're literally walking over air. But if you choose to face and heal your fears and insecurities, you'll find that the view is marvelous as you cross that bridge. New vision, exhilaration, and ideas will come. And perhaps by the time you reach the end of the bridge, your courage will have transformed you into a whole new person. The energy of a 5 universal year is personally transforming. It carries the energy of intelligence with it and asks us to open up our minds to learn new ways of seeing and being in this world. Important new perspectives are likely to come to you personally. And we may also see new knowledge arising in our collective with innovations and things like science and technology. However we end up co-creating with this 5 energy, It's likely to guide us in a very forward-thinking and progressive direction. That approach will help us to create stability out of instability as we reach for what all human beings truly seek deep down: love. Now, this transformational theme is also mirrored in the cosmic energy of 2021. According to astrology, this is a year of radical innovation on a journey of change that will all lead up to the year 2024, where we're likely to see more of the results. During this time, we'll be trying, testing, and reshaping the structures of both our inner and outer world so that we can become better containers for the lighter consciousness of love that so many of us are already adopting. Many believe that we are now shifting into a new astrological age, a shift that occurs only once about every 2,150 years. Now, there is some debate about when the previous age of Pisces ends and when the age of Aquarius truly begins, but there's a great deal of evidence that would suggest 2021 is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, just like the song. The age of Aquarius is characterized by progress and forward-thinking energy, in which we have more of a we than an I mentality. Humanitarian values of compassion and empathy grow stronger during this time as we awaken to how connected we are in truth. A common hypothesis is that we are truly entering this new age with the great conjunction of the December 21st, 2020 solstice, when Jupiter and Saturn aligned in Aquarius. Then in February 2021, we will have 7 celestial bodies all in the sign of Aquarius. So the world will really be awash in that Aquarian energy throughout the beginning of 2021. The Great Conjunction is actually a once-in-a-lifetime energetic shift. It marks the end of not only perhaps the 2,150-year age of Pisces, but also a 200-year cycle dominated by the element of Earth. The solid, heavy, earthy energy of the past 200 years brought us industrialization. Now we're shifting into a new 200-year cycle dominated by the element of air. We're moving from a focus on material gain and earthly exploitation towards the airy energies of ideas, intellect, and social development. And knowledge is the key to this growth. You see, in mythology, Aquarius is associated with Prometheus, the Titan who stole fire from the gods and gave it to humans, liberating them from darkness. That fire is a metaphor for the light of knowledge. It is an expansion of knowledge and a deepening of awareness that will now help to set us free from our past limits. Now, let's take a look at the specifics. In terms of cosmic energy, how is this Aquarian energy shifting things up for us in 2021? For starters, the planet Saturn, which is considered the great teacher, will be in Aquarius all year. Every time this occurs, we see big shifts coming in the way of freedom, civil rights, and overall transformation in the social atmosphere. Basically, what this Saturn energy is doing is helping us to look at what's working and what's not working, so that we can up-level and transform our world to work for the many rather than the few. Some things that may fall under the microscope this year for shadow work, reevaluation, and healing are herd mentality, that is blindly following the crowd without checking in with your own integrity. Also, making irrational, emotionally charged, opinion-based decisions without substantiating those opinions with facts. Remember, this Aquarian energy is very intellectually illuminating, so it's teaching us to move past limited thinking. And lastly, the us versus them mentality. This new energy is making our unity very visible. Once you see how connected we all are, you can't unsee it. And that unity consciousness will help pave the way for more changes. With this shift in perspective, that Saturn in Aquarius vibe will be making room for more humanitarianism, true democracy, freedom, self-expression, scholarly expertise, innovations in technology, and a shift from top-down hierarchies to bottom-up innovation, meaning that this energy is all about valuing humanity with greater empathy and unity consciousness. Like with any big lesson we learn as human beings, it's likely that things won't always be perfect. In other words, we may experience some bumps in the road as we work to face and heal our fears and limitations. But the angels invite us to do so with a mindset of forgiveness. Forgive yourself for the hiccups. Thank yourself for moving through the lessons. And keep progressing with faith and the light of love that shines within you. Now, just one more important area where we'll experience this Aquarian energy is in Jupiter, the planet of abundance and spirituality. For pretty much all of 2021, Jupiter will be in Aquarius. This brings a theme of big revelations, discovery of truths, and positive energy around abundance. This brings our focus to opening and expanding our consciousness, creating true inner freedom from the limits of the ego, and the exploration of our individuality. According to the angels, true freedom comes from remembering that only love is real. When we realize this, fear-based limitations cannot truly contain us or hold us back. Instead, no matter our outer circumstances, we are free because freedom is born within. Now, there's just one more noteworthy cosmic energy influence I thought I'd share with you for 2021. It looks like we're going to see a shift in the way that we are communicating. Mercury, the planet of communication, is going retrograde 3 times in 2021, and all 3 times it will do so in the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So again, this airy energy is taking the lead with a focus on coming together to understand one another better. You can expect big lessons in relationships that will help you to see the world from an empathic standpoint of togetherness. No matter how these lessons show up, know that the angels will be guiding you towards a truly balanced, compassionate understanding that includes both self-compassion, which empowers you to understand compassion in the first place, and of course, compassion for all other living beings too. So now that we have looked into some of the overall energetic themes of the year to come, let's get some spiritual guidance from the angels. To do so, I'm going to pull 4 cards to represent the 4 quarters or seasons of 2021. Our first card comes to us from the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reid. This card represents the first part of 2021, including January, February, and March. And our card is the Bard. The Bard. So the first big spiritual theme and lesson of the year is going to be centered around communication and understanding. You see, a bard is a storyteller, one who communicates not just to get a plain message across, but to evoke deeper inner understanding and empathy. There's nothing quite like music, art, and storytelling to do this. And these are the bard's gifts. This is interesting because our first Mercury retrograde of 2021 will be occurring in the sign of Aquarius starting on January 30th. This is our opportunity to come together in understanding through any past divisive thinking in order to find what unites us. Archangel Gabriel is the angel of communication, and a message that I'm receiving from Gabriel now is that you're being taught a whole new mode of self-expression during the first part of the year. There will be a big focus on living authentically, discovering and expressing your inner power, and in doing so, laying down a foundation for a new relationship with your life. You see, when you communicate differently, you build new ways of relating, and this will always manifest changes Be sure to call upon Archangel Gabriel for guidance anytime that you need help uplifting your communication with others. Gabriel will be working closely with Archangel Ariel, the angel of courage, to help you to put yourself out there in a brave, bold, authentic, new way. Our second card comes to us from the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. This card represents the second quarter of 2021, including April, May, and June. And the card is the World. The World. The World card is a powerful symbol of global shifts, culminations, and empowerment. This card communicates that the world is at your feet. You are coming into your own. You may be ready to connect with others and go out into the world more by this second quarter of 2021. Also, the efforts that you put in during the first part of the year will likely already begin to bear some fruit by this time. And this is great because the energies around you will generally be helping you to harmonize all the different areas of your life with one another. Home, family, work, health, friendships, and so forth. All the components of your world will be working to come into a better balance with one another. So any efforts you put into reprioritizing, balancing, and enjoying the fruits of your labor will likely be very, very fulfilling at this point. Archangel Raguel is our angel of harmony. So if you need help in creating more of that harmony in your life, call upon Raguel. He'll be at your side to help you to learn any of the deeper lessons necessary to creating a fulfilling balance. He also wants us to know that karmic energy will be shifting globally quite a bit during this time. So if you're extra sensitive to the energy of the world, this can be a good time to focus on meditation, retreat, and self-care. Our first big eclipse season of 2021 will be occurring during this second quarter of 2021, which will mark the opportunity to end old karmic cycles and begin new lessons. This will mark an important moment for you to step deeper into the light and illuminate your whole world with the divine presence of love. Now, our third card comes to us from the Archetype Oracle cards by Caroline Myss. This card represents the third quarter of 2021, including July, August, and September. The card is the Child Magical. The Child Magical. This card represents a fresh start. The angels are communicating that the child in this card is the start of something brand new in which you're looking at the world with fresh eyes and open-mindedness. This will be your time to receive inspired new ideas, to believe in the amazing unlimited potentials for your life, and enjoy the sacred beauty in all things. Anything is possible during this phase of 2021, and you are getting a big reminder that you are a magical co-creator of your life. What you believe in is what you will see, and this is what will bring you the new possibilities. Now, some challenges might come to you if your inner child needs healing. If so, you might feel a little bit vulnerable or uncertain in this energy. The angels want you to know that if that is the case, there's nothing to fear. This is actually a healing opportunity for you to truly come to understand and nurture your inner child in ways that can fulfill your deepest needs. To ensure you're doing that beautiful self-supporting, take the time to listen to your feelings and needs during this third quarter of the year. Honor those needs with compassionate, loving action. Let go of self-criticism and self-pressuring. Instead, prioritize self-love, self-care, and believing in the magic, beauty, and hope-inspiring light of this life. Now, our final card comes to us from the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards by Kyle Gray. This card represents the final months of 2021, including October, November, and December. This card is Master Buddha, Increased Awareness. Master Buddha, Increased Awareness. Right away, I'm feeling Archangel Michael, Buddha, Jesus, and many, many other beings of the light coming in close. They want us to know that all of heaven is watching over us. By the final months of 2021, we'll be receiving big opportunities to expand our awareness out in brilliant, healing ways. This expansion of awareness might take us outside of our comfort zones, inviting us to see things that we weren't aware of before, that we now must face with a mindset of forgiveness and healing. We'll be passing through a powerful spiritual gateway of the light by the end of this year, helping us to move further into that higher consciousness and realize much needed truths. The angels and light beings' message here is, do not be afraid. It is safe for you to transform in the light of truth. It is safe, in other words, for certain aspects of you or your world to fall away and for new ones to form as you grow in your consciousness. You are a being of the light. You are a child of love. And the universe is guiding you into deeper spiritual understanding of your unity with all that is. This will help you to awaken more deeply to your divine purpose and become an even more powerful container for the consciousness of love this year. Heaven is thanking you for your service to the light now. The angels and beings of light want you to know that you are doing amazing work on this planet just by virtue of existing and holding the will to enter into peace, love, and happiness. That will is a powerful force, and you are waking up to your identity as a divine self now. Thank you so much for watching and for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'd love to know what intentions you're setting for 2021, so let me know in the comments below. I'd also love to keep in touch with you throughout the year to share more angel guidance, so follow the links in the description below to join my email list for monthly channeled angel messages and to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And of course, to check out my podcast, Through the Eyes of the Angels. I also have great news for those of you who are feeling the calling to do something big and empowering for your spiritual path in the new year. If you'd like to learn how to work with and channel the angels, as well as engage in powerful self-transformation through consciousness ascension, then click the link I left you below so that we can have a chat about an opportunity that I have for you to do just that. Until then, thank you so much again for tuning in, and know that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye!